Hello. It's Thursday, the 20th of March, 2025. If you're watching live on YouTube, then it's just after 1 p.m. here in the UK. And if you're watching live on Rumble, it's just after 7 p.m. here in the UK. And if you're not watching live, I've got no idea what time it is, but welcome along anyway to the channel, The Fifth Guardian. I am your host, Tony Hunt, where today I'll be player of games. But it's not my story. It's not your story. Today's story is competing in the Porsche Taycan Turbo GT Limited Series, Part 1, possibly, in Real Racing 3 Update 13.2. Aaron C. John on the YouTube chat says hello. Hello, Aaron. Welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Let's have the game. There we go. Let's get some audio. Okay. So, not sure how today's going to be. I have heard some of the clips are very long, so it might be a bit of a long stream. The other thing that I'm expecting is I'm not going to get a day's worth of free servicing. Well, let's find out. Let's find out if that is indeed the case. Yeah, let's get going. Okay, so apparently it can last as long as 7 days before you have to complete the event. Uh, I'll either do it in one session or today and tomorrow. Right, okay, so as per usual, 15 tiers. I guess I'm going to start with by upgrading the car. There we go, only 3 hours. So let's see as well, with it being electric, there we go, only 6 engineering components. So I'm going to apply 3 across the board to begin with. Okay. Ooh. Now, with you still effectively requiring, I guess, 21 upgrades, it means that this car, having only got 6 engineering components, is going to be pretty expensive. Now, interestingly enough, brakes have 5 upgrades. So, I mean, again, unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to be a case of choosing the cheapest upgrade. So we've got, what have we got? Let's have a look then. So we've got engine at 105. Let's try to avoid that. Body at 75. Suspension at 90. Let's avoid that. Brakes at 70. So it's looking like body and brakes. And tyres and wheels only 4. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I'll leave it there for the moment. Let's just see how we get on. But I do need to make sure I upgrade before we run out of time. Seems that not only do we only have 3 hours of free servicing, we only have 3 hours of instant upgrades. Already feel bad spending that amount of money. Now, how bad does the car sound? Does it sound like the other TAYCAN Turbo? Let's find out. Oh, do you know what? That's not as bad as the other one. That's really quiet. Although it does scream when you do it wrong. That's really quiet. Oh. Not particularly grippy though. Okay, I can endure that noise, that's for sure. I'm already in fourth. There's third. Yeah, this car is better than the other TAYCAN Turbo. I think it's called Turbo S. Whereas obviously this is GT. Yeah, I immediately prefer this car in terms of handling and especially in terms of noise. I think I'm in the lead already. There we go. So that's okay. That's a good start. Yes, I've already spent over 200 gold. 1,610 is all I've got now. Whereas I was close to 1,840. I wasn't quite at 1,840, but I wasn't far off, if memory serves me correctly. Right, there we go. Won relatively easily. A good start. Speed snap next. Again, I think I'm just gonna go as far as I can while I've got free servicing. Seems that it's only 3 hours long, so it will be a longer stream today. Oh man, well that's easy. For that. 2 races completed. Obviously, the earlier ones are always easy to beat, especially if you've upgraded your car as far as it needs to go, which I haven't yet, but I will do before the clock goes to 0. Well, look at this. Wow. Tier 1, and it's a 4-lap race around Monza. Oh, oh dear. Oh. Not a good start there. Yeah, so already that tells me this is going to be a long, limited series. Yeah, it was a terrible start, really. So I'm being a bit aggressive now just to get back well, to make sure the leaders are in visible closeness, I guess. There we go, there's first. So Aaron C. John says, or asks, so does this car go just as fast reversed? Well, Do you know what? I was almost tempted. Do I race this? Do I do it backwards? uh, but you're not only racing backwards. The steering changes as well, so that threw me off. So sorry, we didn't get to live your dream, I'm afraid. Oh, I will say this: this car is pretty nippy. You know, for a mid-tier car, it's pretty quick, and the accelerations is pretty awesome. Oh, hello, I just had an acceleration fault there. Could do without any of that stuff today. Nevertheless, I am in the lead quite easily. So sometimes the thing about cups being long is obviously it's then easier to win a cup. I always say it's the hardest cups are the ones with the fewest laps. But it can actually mean some of the racing gets boring. You know, if you've got, like I have here, 4 laps around Monza and I'm already in first place after 1 lap, it can make the racing pretty boring. You know what? Overall, that's not bad, you know. Oops, brake too late. Did I brake too late? Did I brake too late? I think I braked too late. Yeah. Nevertheless, on lap 3, and I'm already 700, no, 800 yards ahead of second. So this is pretty much in the bag, I'd say. Well, let's see if we can do better than a 1:33. No surprise at all that I'm catching back markers. Case of keeping it relatively clean. I think I can pass this guy. There we go. Accelerate out the corner. There we go. Similar lap. Okay, so that is tier 1 completed. There's no way I'm finishing this in 3 hours. Not a chance. Right? Nevertheless, if it makes up by having some very quick races, you never know. You never know. So, tier 2, we've got an autocross and a drag race. So, let's give both these boys a go. 30 seconds. Oh dear. Well, that wasn't brilliant, but it was good enough to get first. So we're happy-ish. Interesting next, drag race. For those that don't know, I always have mixed opinion on drag race. I think it works for some cars and not for others. It really just depends on how quickly you change in gear, because otherwise there's not a great deal of skill. Go and wait for the car to finish the go across the finish line. Not a great deal of skill involved there. So let's find out how many gear changes we've got. Yeah, not many. One. Good grief. One. That's ridiculous. They really need to think about this when a drag race really. I mean, press go and one gear change. And honestly, I think on gears 1 to 2, you change it early. You change it early. Sometimes I do wonder about who actually plays or tests this game at the developers' headquarters, because that's just silly. That's just silly. One gear change. MK Devil on the YouTube side says, hello, hello, MK Devil, welcome along. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. So that's the 2 quick races already done on tier 2. Let's see how many laps we've got on the cup. It's the Bridge Grand Prix Circuit 2009 at Silverstone. It's another 4 laps. My good grief. So to start off with 4 laps tells me it's going to be a very long and drawn out limited series. Aaron C. John says the car got only 2 gears. Has it? I don't think it has, you know. I don't think it has. It's just, again, how it's set up with the torque. MK Devil says, I'm a new subscriber. Thank you very much, sir. Very much appreciated. Good to have you with us. Good to have you with us. Oh dear. Get out of my way. Oh. Okay, there we go. Into third. See, again, this is the problem. If you're able to get to first before the end, of lap 1, which it looks like I've just about done, it makes the other 3 laps pretty boring. In fact, it's not even the end of lap 1. There we go. So you're just going to have to wait for me to complete the other laps. This is definitely going to be a very long and drawn out limited series. If the cups on tiers 1 and 2 were both 4 laps, and that does mean, you know, what am I up to? 20 minutes of racing, so it'll probably be closer to 25 minutes of racing, and I'll have only done 2 tiers. So again, I do feel like they really should have given a full day's worth of free servicing. I mean, look at that, I'm 500 yards ahead and I've still got 2 laps, oops, to go. Whoops-a-daisy, a little bit of late braking there. Little bit of a late braking, oh dear. We are all over the place all of a sudden. So Aaron C. John says the real cars do have 2 gears. Well, I mean, if that's what they have, that's what they have. But I mean, that's silly, isn't it? I mean, you know, again, if it's only got 2 gears, why do a drag race? It's pointless. There's just not a great deal of skill associated with drag race if all you've got is 1 gear change. I mean, let's be perfectly honest, there's not a great deal of skill associated with drag race anyway, but yeah, it's literally pressing the screen twice. That's the skill level with this car at the very least. So if it was me, I would go no drag race for this car. Oh. So MK Devil is asking, is this game is multiplayer, question mark. Well, it has a multiplayer component to it. So there's an online multiplayer tournament, but there's no guarantee of racing against either people in your team or you know, friends. There is a section where you can invite somebody that you know on, I think it's Facebook, but I mean, I don't even have a Facebook account. So yes, there is a multiplayer aspect to the game, but the ability to actually race against one of your friends is a little bit easier said than done. There we go, you see, I'm in first, I'm overtaking the back markers, I'm lapping the back markers, and I'm 1,200 yards ahead of second. So overall, I'm less impressed with this limited series than I was with the limited series that I did yesterday for the Nissan 390 GT1. In fact, one could argue a lot of the racing today might be pretty boring. Nevertheless, that's a win. And literally, that's 26 minutes of racing already. And I've only done 2 tiers. Right, let's see what we've got in tier 3. Okay, so a speed record and a speed snap. The speed record is around, oh gosh, the Grand Prix circuit at the Circuit of the Americas. So again, it's one of the longest laps. Oh, this is going to be hard work, isn't it? Oh, it's going to cost me loads of gold, and it's going to take me forever to win the car. Now, I am expecting the fastest part of this track to be the long straight halfway round. So, again, it should be relatively straightforward. Here we go. Long straight. There we go. Done. That's another first. And quite a bit of time already passed. Excuse me. So, there we go. Another race completed in first position. All that's left on tier 3 are the 2 remaining races. First one, Speed Snap, so this won't be too long. Spa-Francorchamps. Might be a bit tricky, this one. There we go. In the end, relatively straightforward. 166 miles done. Just the cup again. So, Melbourne, have we got 4 laps again? No, we've got 5. Uh, but again, it does mean it should be relatively straightforward to get first. But I always think Melbourne is one of those tricky tracks that it's impossible to get to first place on one lap. Well, especially if you've got 22 cars in the race. So I reckon it's going to take me at least 3 laps to get to first. I actually don't think that's too bad getting into 6th place at this stage. I can see all the cars just ahead of me. I think I'll just stay behind third going into this chicane though. There we go. Into second. Can keep an eye on first now. So Jasper enters the chat on the YouTube side. Welcome along, Jasper. And he puts, it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. Well, I'll tell you what, it sounds a lot better than the other turbo, TAYCAN turbo, which basically screeched like a banshee. So I think I would take this car any day of the week over the Turbo S. But I do hear what you're saying. Okay, so that's 2 laps done, 3 laps to go, and I'm in first, and I'm already 250 yards ahead of second. So, yeah, if you want my honest opinion, this limited series is a bit boring. Oh. And that's from someone that on occasion forgets to brake, or rather brakes late. Relapsed down. Two more to go. So, Aaron C. John says, I think this car has got the same sound as the Rimac Rivera. Well, I don't mean to correct you, but I think you might find it's the Rimac Nevera. But I mean, this is the problem with electric cars. In that, technically speaking, the engines just don't make hardly any noise at all. I mean, again, the benefit usually means very, um, well, very fast acceleration. But they don't pair, that's the problem. You like an engine to pair, especially when you're going at speed. But that means, as I said, I don't mind this car. It's okay. It is, in terms of handling, so much better, even though I've just smashed the car into uh, 2 walls in the last lap. It's a lot better than the Turbo S in terms of grip and handling. Yeah, so I don't mind this car. I don't mind it. It's just the limited series with the hardly any noise of the cars and each cup race being very long. It makes for some boring racing. Mhm. Which, How many times do you get to say that about racing being boring? It's not very often. Well, this limited series fits that description. Okay, so tier 3 done, tier 4. Now, I believe I can get to 25% on tier 4. So, look at that. Nürburgring, 5 laps. So, the first 2 cups were longer laps and we only had 4. We've got a couple of shorter laps, but we've got a couple of shorter tracks, but we've got 5 laps. So I'll start with the autocross though. So it's the East Circuit at Suzuka. 29 seconds I've got to do it in. So I am thinking that possibly what I will do is get up to 75% today and then leave 25% for tomorrow's stream. There we go. I mean, that was so easy. Now, I might be wrong, but I reckon because the engineering components, there are now only 6, because it's an electric car and the exhaust isn't there. If you only applied the first level upgrade and therefore only spending R dollars, I don't think you'd even get to 24%. There's a real possibility you could get stuck on tier 3. Not entirely sure about that, but I mean, it's irrelevant here because I'm going to be upgrading the car as much as it takes to win the car. Nevertheless, this will take me to 24% so long as I win. So I'm starting off 500 yards behind the hunted. Already down to 400. And that 300. $200. 100. 0. Going off track. Just about stayed on track there. Into first. Still plenty of time. There we go. There we go. 24%. On to the sprint circuit at Nürburgring. 5 laps. What's the bet in after corner 4? I'm in first place. Let's find out. At least it's a short lap. Staying out of trouble, so I'm going round the outside of that first corner. As expected, I'm right up there with the leaders. Already in 5th, 3rd. Be 2nd in a minute. There we go. And here's the 4th corner. Bang, into 1st. Yeah, it's all a little bit predictable. at this moment in time. So, VCAS on the YouTube side says, hey, great stream, keep it up. Well, thank you very much. That's very kind of you to say so. Very much appreciated. Oh, a little bit late on the breaking though. Vikas, thanks for watching and thanks for saying hello in the chat. Much appreciated. So there we go. We're already first after one lap. We've got 4 more laps to go. Wasn't particularly smooth around there. I always struggle to find exactly where to brake on that first corner. Almost off track again. Right, I'm going to go flying off the track, I think, just to get this over with. Well, let's just go down there. There we go. So that's lap 2 completed. 3 more laps to go. I'm in first, and I'm up. No, and I'm 600 yards ahead of second. So up to this point, relatively straightforward. In fact, I'd say it's easier than the limited series I did yesterday and Tuesday. I'm going to go flying off again. Look at that. I don't know if you saw on the map there, but I've already caught bat markers. Indeed, you can just see them in the distance there. You guys have a thing about this car, believing it sounds like a vacuum cleaner. I've got no idea what vacuum cleaner you guys have, because I tell you, when I've got my vacuum cleaner on, you can't hear anything but the vacuum cleaner. And I've got a Dyson as well, so I don't think it sounds anything like a vacuum cleaner. I think it's so much quieter. Hey, there we go. So Truing Hufnig enters the chat on the YouTube side and says, oh no, what is this? Vacuum premium car. You see, another one on about it being a vacuum cleaner. I don't know. I'm just happy that when I cause it to slide, it doesn't screech at me. There's nowhere, oh, like you get with the Turbo S. And then Julian says, or is it Vacuum GT? Well, I suppose it could be, I guess. I suppose it could be. I don't think it sounds like a vacuum cleaner because it's way too quiet. Even by today's standards, most vacuum cleaners are quite noisy. I bet you any money this noise that you're hearing is manufactured. So in other words, it's a fake noise. Otherwise, you'd literally not hear anything. So Jasper says, can't wait for the next update. They will add a new track too. Aha. Aha. That's not quite true. My understanding is you'll be able to purchase the track as an early track, but it won't be. I don't think it's going to be in the next update. I suspect it won't be in until 13.4 is my suspicion. And what they tend to do, I think only once you've made full use of the early access purchase, which I think doesn't run out until the 30th of April, will they then make a decision some point after that to add it into the game. So I don't think it's going to be in 13.3 because that's going to be available from is it the 7th of April? So I think it will be in the not next release, but the release after that is my suspicion. Because obviously they'll want to make sure there's enough of a gap where people for purchase through early access. I obviously won't be doing the early access purchase. It's not something I subscribe to at all, so I won't be doing that. Right, there we go. 25%, 5 gold collected. Didn't quite get the 60 gold, which is just typical. 26%, 4 tiers down. Right, what have we got next? Oof. So tier 5, we've got an elimination, a speed snap, and oh dear, the Daytona International Speedway, and it's the motorcycle course. Now, if this was a free lap race, I'd be going, oh, this might be hard work. But what's the bet in? It's 5. No, it's 4. Okay, well, that's fine. That's fine. That should be good enough to win, though. Right, elimination on first. So Jasper then asks, should I pay for it? And Turing correctly answered no. Yeah, if at all possible, please avoid purchasing early access stuff because it will come into the game. You just need to wait. You just need to have a bit of patience. Now, in fairness, in this game, I've never purchased anything with, real money. So I do think going forward, it looks like that's what they're going to do. Have tracks available as early access. But yeah, my advice, avoid doing that if you can. You won't have long to wait until the track in question is indeed in the game. But yeah, thanks for the question, Jesper, and thanks for the response, Turing. There we go, we're in first. $250 yards ahead. Oh, I'm going to go off track. So I'm no yards ahead a second now. Nevertheless, I got the breaking point just about right there, and that enabled me to get first position. There we go. Turing says EA is so addicted to microtransactions. It's one of those things. I mean, again, you just don't have to take part, but ultimately, you get the game for free. So they've got to somehow get that money back. Now, I would imagine they probably get their money back through sponsorships and obviously all the advertising that you have in the game. So when you play a video, you might get $2,000 or a gold, but they get hard cash. So I think ultimately you're always going to have that. If a game is free, they're going to find different ways of getting their money back or trying to recoup some of their costs, if you will. Whereas probably if you paid for the game, I believe Real Racing 2, for example, was a game that you bought. And so you didn't have quite as many in-game transactions, if indeed any. But, you know, that's how it goes. That's how it goes. He is never to rush in, is what I always say. I've been playing this game now for quite a long time, and I've never had to make a purchase. And my intention is never to make a purchase. And I think they get money back from me because I play the videos, the adverts, to earn R dollars in the game and gold in the game. I get R dollars and gold, they get hard cash from the advertisers. Seems a fair enough deal to me. Right, there we go. So all that's left in tier 5 is the cup. It is the Daytona International Speedway. It's the motorcycle course. It is at least 4 laps, and I do think that's enough to get first, especially with my PR on the car being so much higher than the minimum PR required to enter the race. Okay, so into 10th, into 8th, into, oops, a daisy, into 6th, caught that guy by accident. As it was an accident, it's allowed, obviously. Those are the rules. Into 4th. I'm going to go round the outside if I can. If I get him on the inside then. Oh. Get him on the inside again. There we go. So I'm into 3rd. Now, technically, I don't think I need to overtake any other car now on this lap. I also don't think I need really to push anymore. I've got 3 laps to go. I'm going to overtake 2nd here. There we go. So I'm in 2nd now. I've only got 1 car to overtake and 3 laps to do it in. So I'm going to get him at the end of this straight. There we go. Lovely jubbly. First place. Still the best part of 3 laps to go. But I've just overshot my braking there. So I'm going to be back into 2nd. Well, Oh dear. Oh dear. Not doing very well here. Make that third. Well, I've had a disastrous half lap there. Let's see if we can get it together again. There we go. So back into second, 2 laps to get first. But I need to keep it clean. We're coming up to an hour's worth of racing. At least I didn't go flying off this time. Though I did do my best just there. Okay, so just about caught up first. I have made hard work of this, but again, I still say it's relatively straightforward. There we go, into first. 1 lap to go. Hundred yards ahead of second. There's back markers. See, the cups are so long, we end up catching back markers. There we go. Final part of lap 4. Coming up to 500 yards ahead of second in the end. Not bad to say a lap 2 was an absolute disaster. Here we go. Hmm. Car needs servicing, that's fine. It's instant and it's free. But that clock is counting down. %33%, a third of the way there. Hmm. Hmm. So we've got speed record, autocross, and Laguna Seca. So what do we reckon? 5 laps? 7. Oh man, this is going to be a long, limited series. Ugh. Right, speed record first. Um, do you know what? I'm not going to start from behind the start line. Let's see what happens. Can't believe Tier 6 and Laguna Seca is 7 laps. Ugh, that's a long race. I mean, it guarantees you winning because I always think tracks like Laguna Seca are quite hard to get first in a couple of laps. Um, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again because I do think it's important to emphasize the point. The more laps you have in a race, I think the easier it is to win. So whereas Laguna Seca, maybe a 2 lap with 22 races would have been hard, 7 laps will be a doddle. Now I'm putting money on this car will slide round here. So I'll just let it off slowly so she doesn't slide. There you are. I can just feel it sliding there. Nevertheless, got first. So I say this car's pretty grippy. That little fast, I want to say corner turn, um, partial curve, is a very good indication about how grippy your car is. And that just shows this car isn't the grippiest. But for a Porsche, it's pretty good. Okay, so that's 35%. On to autocross. It's around Melbourne. Nowadays, one of my least favourite tracks. Although it's not so bad. It's not so bad if there's only one car on track. It's when there's a few cars on track because you can't help but hit the barriers. See, I'm actually lifting and coasting, and I sort of did that quite easily. 2 seconds quicker. That's another first. On to Laguna Seca, 7 laps. Now, I guess the thing is, I don't need to rush. The other thing to know is the cars out front will catch back markers and will be slowed down because for some reason they can't overtake back markers. So this time I won't be worried about being in 14th by not this turn, but the turn after that. I'll just go around the outside, not too worried about. Plenty of time to get cars done. I mean, I did end up getting into 14th without even trying there, you see. Right. Into 9th. Eighth. Okay, so 7th by the end of lap 1. 6 cars to overtake, 6 laps to do it in. And I completely got that wrong. Let's see if we can get the one car that I need for this lap. There we go. I can just about still see all the leaders in front of me. Might get another car here. Into 5th. Definitely see for 3rd and 2nd and also 1st, so not worried about not being in the lead at this moment in time. But I'm going to go off again here. Oh. Okay, so 2 laps down and I'm in 4th place. 3 cars to overtake. Up. 5 laps to do it in. Just as well as I keep getting that 180 turn completely wrong. Canon McNear goes, hi bro, hi back, welcome along, good to see you again. Yeah. And Alok Goose says, hey, hello Alok, welcome along. Thanks both for watching. Thank you for you both for saying hello in the chat. Okay, so I'm only in 3rd place, but fortunately I've got 4 laps to go and only 2 cars to overtake. But I do need to improve my braking point on this 180 curve. I think I've got it about right there. There we go. It's a little bit better. You can see 1st and 2nd ahead. I'll just focus on catching and possibly overtaking 2nd on this lap. And you see what I mean? Look at that straight away. Back markers in place. 1st can't overtake them. Absolute rubbish they are when it comes to back markers. Shouldn't complain because it means I'm immediately into the lead. So that is 4 laps down. So a lot says this car is being blamed for Porsche's stock price going down. I did not know that. I'm surprised by that because I always think the car that should be blamed for any atrocity at Porsche is their 4x4 car, which makes no sense to me. Who on earth would buy a Porsche 4x4? Makes no sense. But hey, what do I know? And Shadia, not seen you for a while. Welcome back. Thanks for watching and putting a hello there in the chat. Good to see you again. Okay, so 2 more laps left to go, including this one. Blimey, it is a long, limited series. Nevertheless, I am winning. I do unfortunately still have some more upgrades that I need to apply to this car. So, a lock has put it's probably due to the push for electric instead of hybrids. I just don't get it. I mean, maybe people need to look at the great big massive battery that they have to put in these bloody things. And one, how batteries are produced, and B, um, how they're manufactured, and C, how do you actually dispose of a battery? Sometimes people don't think, do they? So a lot says hybrids are so heavy. I don't know why people are so unsatisfied. I assume you mean unsatisfied with electric. It's probably all to do with the mileage they can cover on one charge. I mean, I don't know if they still do it, but it used to always make me laugh in Formula E, where when the battery is about to die, what they do is they park one car up and get into another. I mean, that just, again, something that just made no sense to me whatsoever. I do think electric cars are here to stay, but and there are some potential benefits of electric cars just in terms of um, talking racing here, in terms of acceleration, the torque that these cars have as a result of being electric. But I don't know. I just think it's a bandwagon people are jumping on. They've not thought about the consequences when it comes to actually scrapping an electric car, specifically the battery. That's not really been thought of. Well, there we are. We're at 40%. It makes me wonder, have they made this limited series purposely boring? Because it's boring because each of the cups are very long. But there we go. So what are we doing? 1 hour 40 minutes, and I've only done 6 tiers. Okay, let's carry on. Head to head. Okay. So hopefully I'll get this guy on the corner. Seems like I've got the inside. There we go. what I've not done? I've not had a look inside this car. What's it like? Oh my word. Now look at listen how quiet that is. Good grief. Lock Goose says, "Damn, it's a long event." Yeah, I know. Yeah. In fairness, Yaka made a reference to that the other day. He said they'd just done this event and they said it was a very long one. So I sort of heeded the warning, but yeah, they weren't wrong. It's a very long event, and as you know, I've said it. I know I've said it before. I'll say it again. I do think the cups are easier to win the more laps are in a cup, which usually means more of the cups end up being a little bit boring because you'll take the lead by lap 1, lap 2, but you've still got 5 laps to do. It's not the case on every track, but on quite a few of them. Right, so I think this is a speed snap, not really paying attention at the moment. There we go. Right, so what have I got to do? 164. There we go. Speed snap completed. Again, part of me thinks that maybe what they're trying to do is make it so that you can't win the car in the allotted time that you have free and instant servicing. There we go. So a lot says, "Oh no, not me." Fully damaging my car and then struggling to catch first from second place. Oh dear. Oh dear. Right. So what have we got? We've got the Hockenheimring. Is it the Grand Prix? No, it's the National Circuit. Okay, so it's a shorter circuit, but it is 7 laps. Oh, good grief. I hope there's no Le Mans in this. That would finish me off. Okay, so I'm sort of just gliding into 9th already. At that 8th. 7th. Slow, 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 slow. There you go. See, look, I'm already into 3rd, and I've not even completed the first lap. It's relatively straightforward. But again, you're talking about a 10-minute cup. Here we go. That's 2nd. Do you know what? That's 1st. 1st by the end of lap 1. So 6 laps still to do with no cars left to overtake. Unless I mess up, which is a possibility. For example, like that. Phantom 420 enters the chat on the YouTube side and says hello. Hello, Phantom 420. Welcome along again. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hello in the chat. Up, 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 up. Just about. Okay, so I'm on lap 3, and I'm first by 300 yards, and I forget to brake again. I will get that right. Okay, 4 more laps to go. Whew. 400 yards ahead of second. And I've already caught back markers. Uh, hmm. Oh, 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 yeah, oh, 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 oh. So, I hope you're all not falling asleep watching this, because it is a little bit boring. And I think what makes it a little bit more boring is the noise of the engine, which is almost non-existent. So Daisy. I think I've hit that on every single occasion bar one. Nevertheless, we are on the penultimate lap, and we have now been racing for almost 1.5 hours. And this will only mean tier, oops, 7 completed. So I think there's no way you can complete this in 3 hours. Oh, oh dear. See, look at that. Ah, terrible mistakes. But I'm so far ahead, it doesn't matter. Hmm. Loki is correct. It does whine a little bit, but I tell you what, it's not as bad as the Turbo S. The whining on this car is so much more toned down comparison to the other Cayman Turbo. So I find it bearable. It also sends me to sleep as well. There we go. So that is 7 laps around Hockenheimring, and it's a first. And let's be honest, let's hope it's a last. But we know the next cut will be just as long and just as boring. A lot also put they need to put better AIs in these events instead of making them have extra speed from max upgraded ones for manufactured difficulty. Um, I think one of the problems they do is, I mean, obviously we've just got computer opponents in this, but I think even if you've got a copy of a human opponent, I'm convinced what they do is they set the car to the minimum PR, and that's as fast as they can go. So obviously I've got my car upgraded beyond that, and so it becomes very easy to win the cup. I do think it's a difficult one. But again, my question on this is not necessarily the computer opponents. It's why have you decided to make a limited series only have 3 hours worth of servicing and then make sure that you just cannot complete the limited series within that allotted time. So what we at? 1 hour 33, 46%. There's no way I'm getting it done in 3 hours, which is fine. My intention was to split it over 2 days anyway, but it does mean I've got to use a free token reward. Now here we go, another drag race with the 1 gear change. Why? Why? Try again. There we go. Oh dear. Okay, so this is for first. Big question is, can I change the gear at the right time? You'll notice there I'm doing an early shift. I'm convinced that between gears 1 and 2 it's better to shift early. But I could be completely wrong on that. In general terms, it seems to work. I have, after all, got first. There we go. So that's 48%. One more win, and that should mean 50%. So we'll do the speed record. It is around the Monza Grand Prix circuit. Again, let's just go round, see what happens. 185 is what I've got to do. Shouldn't be a problem. There you go. Already done it. Already done it. Man, that was easy. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think on that lap there was actually 4 separate places where I could go faster than the current second place opponent. So there we go. That should be 50%. 15 gold rewarded, and I've got 60 gold there. Woohoo! So I think I'll collect that because it's gold. There we go, 60 gold. Thank you very much. Okay, so next up, Cup. It's the national circuit at Circuit de Catalunya. 8 laps. It's a long one, this one. It's a long one. Oh, got a little bit of problem with acceleration there, just for a minute. So, Alok has just put your soul. They want your soul. You're not kidding. You are not kidding. Actually, to be fair, I think they're trying to drain my enthusiasm, and it's working. I mean, what? So I'm in 6th. I've got 5 cars ahead of me, but I've got the best parts. of 6 laps to go. So it's not really, I really am just taking my time in terms of overtaking the cars. Okay, so 4th by the end of lap 3. A lot asks, do you have the Hennessy Venom? I do, and I believe there's a possibility of that car having sales. But I probably wouldn't be tempted if the discounts are yet again 35%. Because I would like to A, complete the series it's in, and B, open up its exclusive series. But I'm not liking the 35% discount that have been going on the cars that are in the weekly time trial and the online multiplayer tournament. I don't know if that's a permanent thing or they've done it like that because obviously they had the 12th birthday discounts, which were typically either 40% or 50%. So, yeah. So Alocca's put, I got bored playing a game that is supposed to be entertaining. Well, yeah. But you take the rough with the smooth, don't you? That's how I look at it. I do think this is just preparation for the hilarious attempt that will be the Zenvo event. And I'm sure that will be very frustrating. And also very expensive. I think the other thing probably to bear in mind is with this release, I did go to 0 brake assists. So I'm still on 0 brake assists and I'm not brilliant, but I'm doing all right now. I'm doing okay. Oh, oh. So I've still got 3 laps to do after this one. And I am in first and am 300 yards ahead of second. So Locker's put the discounts don't stack up, do they? Not when it's 35%. I don't mind some of the cars being 40%. I'd still potentially purchase. Or if there was a car that say only needed 1 or 2 upgrades, and you know I've still got plenty of things to win with it, then it's probably worthwhile doing at 35%. But something like the Hennessy, which is very expensive, you really do need a 50% discount on the upgrades for that car, because it will still cost an absolute fortune. I mean, this month I seem to have got it right so far, touch wood, in terms of staying away from the events, getting the new series completed, thus upping my gold, purchasing the cars in the birthday that I could that were at 50% discount, and focusing on getting those exclusive series done. It seems to have worked out okay for me. So literally now until the end of the end of this release, ready for the next one, I can literally be doing almost an event every day. I think there's only 5 days when I won't have an event to be racing in. So I think that's pretty good. So as I said, I seem to have got it just about right. To the extent that I might do that again next month, obviously having no idea what will be in next month's release. But it does make me worry about the 35% discount. Will that continue into the next release? And will it be because there's the potential of there being a lot of cards with discounts round about Easter? I guess we will have to wait and see on that one. It's like the cars that are potentially on offer this week. I think if not both, then one of the cars has an exclusive series, and it would be nice to open that up. But the car is just too expensive, even with a discount, because the discount is only 35%. So it's like, nah, give it a miss this time. I will go into more detail on that on Saturday's stream. A lock goose puts Zenvo would want your soul, but in another way, indeed. Sloth versus Wrath. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so another long and boring cup completed. Tier 8 now completed. I'm going to carry on, even though we're coming up to the 2 hour mark. So my plan is to try and get as close to 75% as possible. Might as well take the free instant clock as close to 0 as possible. I mean, look at that. There's only an hour 19 left, and I've only just gone above 50%. Right, let's have a look at the cup. So it's Spa-Francorchamps. Oh, whew. It's only 4 laps, but then again, it is one of the longest tracks in the game. Well, that's bearable, 4 laps. I was half expecting it to do 8 again. Right, so auto cross first. Go off track. There you go. I haven't got first, though. I don't think I got first there. Oh, I did. Aaron C. John asks, what car do you own? I guess you mean in real life. So I actually don't own any car at this moment in time. I've not owned a car for quite a few years now. So I literally walk everywhere. Well, walk to the bus stop, walk to the train station, walk to the shops. The last car I owned was a Seat Ibiza Cupra, which was quite a cool little nippy fast car. So it was an automatic gearbox, but it also had driver selectable gears on the steering wheel, which was awesome. But it was a lovely, comfortable, very nippy car. and I had it in, it was a metallic black. There we go. Onto the cup. Tell you what though, it is helping my fame out. Look at that. I've got over halfway to my next fame level. Matteo Turco, welcome along, sir. Thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting in the chat. Says, hi, I also have this game with 13 billion coins. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, if you got 13 billion, that's a lot more than what I've got because I've only got 550 million dollars. So well done, you. And Aaron C. John, in terms of the car, it says, "Oh, is it very practical in the UK?" It depends where you live. I don't. I guess technically I live in a village, but that village or really is next to a town. It claims to be a city, but it's not. It's a town. So walking into town is quite easy. The bus service is pretty good, so I don't have any immediate requirement for a car. The same can't be said if you lived in the countryside. You would have to have a car if you lived in the countryside, which I don't yet. But, you know, I wouldn't mind living in the countryside, that's for sure. Matteo Turco says, I cracked the game. Oh, fair enough. Right, okay. So, Spa Francorchamps, 4 laps, Cup, 22 cars. Let's do it. And poor Alok says, and here I am in 6 digits. Inflation is real. Yeah, by the sounds of it, it's not inflation. It's because he hacked the game. It's not the same. Whereas my art dollars are real just because I can't use them. I can't spend them. There's nothing to buy with them. And every day, like for example, racing now, I'm earning art dollars. Yet the gold I earn will be outshone by the amount of gold that I have to spend in terms of upgrades on this car. So we've got a 8th position, which is fine. I can see all the cars in front. I can't see how I'm not going to win this. There we go. I can see all the cars in front of me. I'm not even halfway through. Oh dear. Oh dear. Lap 1. There we go. Getting to 3rd. There we go. You know what? Let's just get myself back into the mix. There we go. So I've got 3 more laps, including this one to do. I'm in 2nd place. Oops a daisy. Make that first. And Matteo Turco says, I own a 318 auto. Okay, very good, very nice. I used to have, a long time ago, a 318 CI, so the coupe version. Yeah, that was a very nice car. I did like that car. But that was a long time ago now. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Still struggling in certain places with the braking. Never mind. And I just had an acceleration failure there. But it's back. It's back. Oh, I see now my iPad's playing up. Oh dear. Uh, and now I find myself in second place. This has been a terrible lap. Oops a daisy, did I bump into him? I do apologise. Alright, so coming to the end of lap 3, I'm in first, and I guess I'm about 150 yards ahead of second. Final lap. And let's see if we can make it incident free. There we go. Just about got that right that time. I think I'm saying this car's not too bad on grip, but the reality is it's not the best on grip. It's just better than the other TAYCAN Turbo in the game, the TAYCAN Turbo S. And it doesn't squeal at you though if you do make it skid, which is what the Turbo S used to do all the time. Oh. Okay, still in first. Final lap. Over 250 yards. Well, over 200 yards. Well, over 250 yards, 300 yards ahead of second. Okay, final part of the last lap. And lo and behold, catching back markers. There we go. First. And I think that is tier 9 completed. Now, under normal circumstances, this would be where I would end the stream for the day and do the final 40% in tomorrow's stream. But as I won't have any free servicing left, I'm going to carry on just a little bit further. Let's see if we can get to 75% in today's stream. 64.3 and that's 66.4, so that should be fine. It's what we got, 10 laps. Ugh. Right, let's do the hunter then. Oh, 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 oh. So 400 yards behind the hunted, 300, 200, 100. There he is. Let's get him overtaken. There we go. First. All right. What have we got next then? Head to head, club circuit. Blimey, that's a short track around the circuit of the Americas. Okay, let's go. Uh, just about. There we go. That's the end of the lap. That takes us up to 64%. So let's get the cup done. It's 10 laps around the East circuit of Suzuka. Um, yeah, it'd be all right. It'd be all right. I'll just take my time, I think, really, and just go round the outside in terms of the first corner. Take the time. There we go. I can see all the cars in front of me, or all the cars that are in front of me. I don't think that's too bad for lap one. Fifth position, 9 laps to go, 4 cars left to overtake. There we go, that's fourth. There we go, that's third. So that's enough to open up the next tier already. But we might as well go for the win, seeing that we're doing so well. And we've got 8 laps to do and only 2 cars to overtake. So Aaron C. John raises a very interesting point. Effectively says, due to the length of the cups, you are effectively getting back the R dollars that you've spent by completing this limited series. Indeed, you are correct. If only gold worked in the same way. So even when I've got R dollars and I spend them, I can't get rid of them. They just come back. It's like I'm a magnet to R dollars. Oh, by the way, I'm in first position and we've caught back markers. So here's a question then. Do we think I can lap everyone in this race? Because I'm only on lap 4. I've still got 6 laps to do. I'm going to give that a go, you know. I'm not going to push too hard, but I'm going to see if I can actually lap everyone in this race. See how we get on. Keeps a little bit of interest that way, I guess. So 700 yards ahead of second. About 1,000 yards ahead of second. So it looks like I'm adding about 300 yards per lap, and I've got 4 laps left. I think there's an outside chance of being able to lap everybody. so I haven't gained 300 yards over second on this lap, unfortunately. Hmm. Okay, so penultimate lap. Final lap. 1,700 yards ahead of second. I mean, he's just down there. I don't think I'm going to catch him. No. So, another first. Aaron C. John says, could you show the interior of the car? Well, of course I can, yes. I did put it on earlier, but I'll put it on again. It is very quiet inside. It's quieter inside than it is outside. You can hardly hear any noise. But yeah, of course I will. Oh, so do that later. Knocked me out. So what are we at? We're at 66%. That's tier 10 completed. Tier 11, endurance. What I'll do is I'll get to 6.4 and then I'll go inside the car and you can have a long look. Oh, oh, oh. I believe this is the first endurance in this limited series. Okay, into 7th. Into 6. Okay, so at 4 miles, this will be fifth. There we go. And coming up to just above 5 miles, that's fourth. Third. Second. We go first. See what I mean? Look how quiet it sounds in the car. Quite simple control, well, not controls, but meters displayed. There we go. That's the endurance done. Right, what have we got next? Elimination next. Let's do it. Okay, into first. Aaron C. John says thank you. You are most welcome. Well, okay, so I'm in first. I am only just in first though. Second is right on my tail. So I'm still not guaranteed a podium spot just yet. Probably am now. There we go. Just two of us left in the fight. There we go. There we go. That is first. Service the car. To the cup. It's 12 laps. Good grief. 12 laps around Lime Rock Park. And you'll see there, I've only got under 45 minutes of free servicing. Ooh. Okay, into 12th already. Again, because I've got so many laps, it's quite easy just to take your time, not rush past all these cars. Into 8th. Seventh. Sixth. I mean, I've still got 11 laps to do, man. And I've only got 5 cars to overtake. Maybe I should do the old, let's see if we can lap everyone. Because this is just silly. Absolutely silly. Okay, into 4th. Okay, that's 3rd. Second. And not even 3rd through the race, and we've caught back markers. And here we go. Bang. Into 1st. So we might as well see if we can lap everyone. Here we go. So that is only halfway through the race. I think there's a real opportunity on this one to literally lap everyone. Good grief, what a long race. Still got 3 laps to go. Getting a bit messy now though. Okay, penultimate lap. Yeah, it doesn't look like I will lap everyone, unfortunately, because this is the last lap. Blimey, it's another long one. Here we go. That is first. Legend Gamer enters the chat. Thanks for watching. Thanks for saying hi in the chat. Okay, service the car. It's instant and it's free, at least for the next half an hour. Maybe a little bit less now. That was a long race. Tier 11 completed. Tier 12 open. I think what we'll do. Oh God. Oh, fine. Right, I'll do this tier and then we'll call it there because that will be getting to 75% and a little bit more. And hopefully we'll have enough opportunities to complete. Let's give it a go. So it's a hunter around Indianapolis, the road course rather than the speedway. $600 behind the hunted. 500. 400. 300. There we go, in the lead. Although I'm still only 5th, so we need to sort that out now. Oh, oh. There we go, first. Another acceleration fail there, just for a second. Right, that might be, that might be 75%. I'm losing the will to live doing this limited series. It is long. Bayek, it's a grind. There we go. 30 gold. I guess that's all I'm bothered about. And apparently get some more dollars as well. All right. Autocross. Let's go. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I think I might have to do this one again. Never mind. Let's just do a retry. Let's try that one again. Still not particularly smooth, but at least I didn't go off track there. I don't think I've got that one again. Right, we're gonna have to try that. Oh, I did get third. I did get third. Try that again. 38.9, right. I just need to be a little bit cleaner on the braking on this. I haven't done very well up to this point. I think I'm a little bit up this time. There we go. First. So Aaron C. John has put, you had 550.8 million R dollars when you started this event. Blimey, look at that. I am going to spend some more though, unfortunately, R dollars. But you are correct. I've not really lost a great deal of R dollars, which, in fairness, I wouldn't be bothered about if I had. Mm. But yes, good observation. Thank you. Aaron says, with the agent hired in some of the long races, you surely would get all the R dollars back. I think it would be the manager if you wanted to get R dollars back. But me personally, not that bothered. Because I've already got too many R dollars as it is. Right. Okay. So let me just have a look. What are we on? 27 minutes. Mount Mount Panorama. I mean, that's going to be an 18-minute race, isn't it? Right. Okay. Well, we've got to do it. So let's get it done today. But this will be, I think, the last race. I'm not. I don't think I'm really pushing, and I'm already in fifth. Sorry, fourth. I can't believe this is a 9 lap race. This is crazy. One could have argued, actually, in terms of Aaron's comment, that maybe I should have put the agent on to get double fame on these very long races. There's an argument to be had. That's what I should have done, but I haven't, so never mind. Okay, lap 1 completed. I'm in first place. Ugh. Only another 8 laps to go. It doesn't look like it's been as long as 18 minutes, as it looks like it's probably each lap is 1 minute 30 seconds. But that still means it's going to be a good 14-minute race. Oh dear. Yeah, so this is painful, just in terms of the length. specifically, obviously, the length of the cups. And it is just to make sure you run out of time to complete this event under free servicing. I just, yeah, I don't like the attitude, and I don't like the style. Not that it bothers me that much. I'll still just go ahead and win the car. I suppose it does give, as Aaron's correctly said, it gives you the opportunity of earning the R dollars back that you've spent. Just a shame you can't earn the gold back. And now I'm all over the place. I believe that was actually slower than the first lap. That was a very bad lap. Let's see if we can improve. 'Cause based on that, it's going to be 16 minutes, just about. Excuse me. We are done it again. Yeah, no, it's a 1 minute 40 lap at the very least. Ouch. It's a lonely race, is this one? Out in the front, all on my own. Not even halfway through the lap. In fact, I'm only just a third of the way through the race. There we go. Back markers caught. I'm not even going to think about lapping everyone because I know it won't happen. Not a chance. Not particularly clean, but I am first, and I'm first by 600 yards. Oh, blinking out. What is up with me now? Think I'm getting tired. Uh, or maybe complacent, or maybe both. I don't know. Well, how are we doing? So we're 2 hours, 42 minutes-ish into racing. And my good grief, is this a very long, limited series? Oh, what is going on with my braking there? Right, still not two-thirds of the way through. Uh, Ugh. Yeah, this is mind-numbing now. Yep. Okay, so coming up to the end of two-thirds of this race, another third to go. I'm well in the lead. I'm lapping back markers. Oh, forgot to brake. I, I'm not paying attention. Not paying attention at all. Never mind. But yeah, there we go. So that's two-thirds. Still got 3 laps to do, which is the equivalent of another 5 minutes of racing. Oh God, good grief. 1,500 yards ahead of second. Okay, there we go. At least I remembered to brake this time, albeit early. Oh, no. Lost the will to live on this one. Obviously, I haven't. But yeah, this is mind-numbing. It, Lord Night Moon is in the chat on the YouTube side. Welcome along, Lord Night Moon. Good to see you again. And they've put very long races. Yeah, you're not kidding. Good grief. I do think they're taking the Michael. I mean, look at that. I've been racing how long? And I'm only on lap 8. I've got another lap to do after this. Ugh. Tiptoe around so I don't smash into the barrier this time. There you go. Okay, so final lap. And this will be the final race today, I think. I'll do the remaining. Hello. Remaining. Whoa. Acceleration fail. I shall do the remaining 3 tiers in tomorrow's stream. Because let's be honest, that's still probably going to take an hour. Fortunately, I do have a free 1 hour, 1 hours of free servicing just as well. Ay. Good grief. I literally am not paying attention at all now. I wasn't very good at this race, and yet here I am coming home winning by close to 2,000 yards. There we go. See if we can get the final corner. There we go, and there we go. That's oh, that hurt my hands. There we go. Close to 60,000 R dollars back there. Well, no, 70,000. Oh, but I should have applied an agent. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, I can service the car again. It's instant and it's free, but I am going to end it there. But one thing that I do need to talk about still, because I haven't upgraded the car enough just yet. And I don't want to wait until tomorrow, because then if there's any R dollar upgrades to be applied, that'll take a very long time. You're having a laugh. So let me have a think about this. So that's 66.5 and that's 65.7. So is that going up 0.8? 0.8. Is that right? 60. Yeah, so 0.8. So let's assume, I mean, in fairness, they do put it in their release notes what you need to get to win this series. So 66.5 plus 1.6 is 68.1. Let's assume it is 68.1. So what do I need? Well, I want to apply the minimum amount of upgrades. Now, we did see the brakes being the cheapest. So 68.1. So let's get that done. And then let's get the R dollars done. So that's 67.4. And then I'm going to have to do the body, which I think was the next cheapest. So 67 point it says 67.9, but obviously it'd be more than that, so there we go, bang. Um, I'd rather do that 'cause I don't mind spending our dollars. So I guess it'll be well above. So well, that's enough to complete it. So what have I got the car at? So it's 22 out of 28 upgrades. And it's 3, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, which I hope is right. Yeah, there we go. Right. So that's the end of racing for today. Um, I will finish off the remaining three tiers in tomorrow's stream. Ayaka Yokota says, "Hi, Mr. Tony. How are you?" Well, Ayaka, I am tired because, as you stated the other day, this is a very long, limited series. Um, been racing for about 2 hours, 55 minutes, and still have three tiers to complete. So there's no way you can complete all the way to the end on a 3 hour supply of free servicing. Well, that's fine because we can. I've got a 1 hour free and instant servicing that I can use in tomorrow's stream. It feels like a bit of a waste, but that's how it goes. Uh, right. So overall, my gold now sits at 1,575. There will be some gold to win tomorrow because to complete the series, what do I get? 40 gold and the car. So that's not too bad overall. Yeah. Hmm. It's a bit mind-numbing, I'd say, overall, this particular limited series. But I'm at 80%, and as I said, I'll take it to 100% in tomorrow's stream. Right, so let's take the game off screen and mute the sound. So there we go. Yeah, a little bit. Limited series at 80%, so I will be taking it to 100% in tomorrow's stream. Tomorrow's stream will be obviously shorter, thankfully, but it will be later as well. So I think it will be around 4 p.m. UK time. So literally, it will start at effectively this time tomorrow, having just hit now the 3 hour mark in terms of the length of this stream. uh, oh, a couple more comments. This limited series is hard work, and Alok Goose says, "How long, Tony?" Um, well, I've done 3 hours, and it looks like it will be another hour, so it'd be a total of 4 hours. What I will go through as well, I'll put a summary together of the R dollars that I've spent and the gold that I've spent. So you get an indication of how much it's going to cost you if you haven't already done this event. But all that will be in tomorrow's stream at, well, it will be 4 p.m. UK time on YouTube and 10 p.m. UK time on Rumble. All right. So if you've enjoyed this video, which I'd be surprised if you have, but if you have, please give the video a thumbs up or a like. If you'd like to see more of this content, good news is tomorrow's stream will be quite a bit shorter. Then, if you watch on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel The Fifth Guardian. And if you watch on Rumble, give the Fifth Guardian channel a follow. That being said, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. Hope. Aaron C. John puts in the chat, your neck should hurt. Yeah, it does a bit. Oh, in fact, you know what, Matt? My hands are hurt a lot more than my neck. But, yeah, good call out. Good call out, Aaron. Um, yeah, so, I hope whatever is left of your day is a very good one. And, yeah, until tomorrow, hope to see you again in tomorrow's chat. Until then, thank you and goodbye.